Oh my God. Happy birthday, Shawnee. Happy birthday. What's up, everybody? Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And let's go ahead and get into it. Please go ahead and I told y'all to hit the like button and subscribe, right? Why am I getting confused? Let me play the intro and we'll get into it, y'all. Ooh, y'all done made it rain already, and we just started the show. What's up, Black Tea Uncut? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. Somebody said Claudia in the bushes. What's up, Foreign Bay? What's up, Kay? Shout out to the one and only Shawnee. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. You said you turned 30. Wow. Okay, welcome to the 30 Club. And trust me, the 30 Club, you're going to like it better than the 20s. Now, I would advise don't go drinking and also stay away from dairy because you're going to have a hard time in the bathroom. But hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. Yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? What's up, Diamond? How you doing, Diamond? Hopefully you're doing good. Sending you my love. What's up, son? What's up, Joshua? Yo, shout out to Joshua. Shout out to Childish Bambino. They was swinging in the chat. I went live on TikTok, right? And I talked about the Charlie Kirk situation. And yeah, I was swinging and banging in there. Like it was tough, but I had Joshua, I had Shawnee. No, I mean Joshua, I had Childish Bambino in there. They was in there windmilling for me. Like it was off the hook. Like I'm telling you. Yeah, hopefully you're doing something fun for your birthday, Shawnee. What's up, Kate? What's up, son? Who else we got in the building? Quentin, what's up, Quentin? What's up, Zero? Who else? Foreign Bay, I got you too. Beautiful. Welcome, beautiful. All right, so enough of me talking. Y'all tired of hearing me talk, but let's go ahead and get into it. So Claudia, I'm going to start out with the first video. So the first video we're going to start out with is actually Claudia talking about the Nene Leakes situation, because I feel like the Funky situation, I'm going to have to explain that a little bit further into detail. So let's just go ahead and start out with the Nene Leakes situation, because, it had been put out there that TEA-GIF was an idea that was stolen from Nene that Claudia took and made her own. And, Nene, there was a video from a long time ago where she had, I want to say 3 to 4 gay guys with her. And like, they did like little, the Housewives intro with the sayings and stuff like that. And like, they were supposed to be doing like celebrity gossip and things like that. Well, Claudia, took that idea, or she had a similar idea. Let me clarify. She had a similar idea and everybody was all like, wait, this is Nene's show that you just stole and took. So, we'll get into that and I'll give you my thoughts on that as we go along. So here's the video. And of course, I'm never prepared, y'all. Just bear with me. All right, here we go. So they start out talking about the Lisa Vanderpump and the Nene Leakes situation. That's how they start out.
Nene Leakes is blasting Lisa Vanderpump, claiming she straight up swiped her idea in the West Hollywood location that later became Pump. On the Talk and Block podcast, Nene said Lisa finessed her right out of the deal. Take a listen.
She told me, she was like, don't, this is too expensive. It's this, and then next thing I know, it was like Pump. I was like, is this bitch serious? And so now when she sees me, she has her little dog that doesn't even crawl. And she's like, hi, Nene.
What do you think, Erica? When it comes to ideas, is it stealing or smart business if you move quicker than the next person? Got to be quicker than that.
Well, that, and there's a reason why the elders will tell you to move in silence. You cannot share all of your moves in advance, because that's giving other people the opportunities to be either inspired by it, which could be a really great thing, or straight up swipe your idea. Now, this is kind of a complicated thing because Lisa Vanderpump is a historied restaurateur. So the idea that she would open up another West Hollywood location, I never would have had that conversation with someone like that if this was an idea that I had in action. So I think this is just a lesson learned. It's unfortunate, but the thing about it is it's a restaurant. Like,
so I want to say this because somebody asked, like, is this old? I don't know what made them bring this up. I don't know if Nene did a recent podcast and this is why they're talking about it, but I remember hearing this story, and what I believe what it was is not that because Lisa Vanderpump always had restaurants. Mind you, I don't watch that Vanderpump Rules show. Like, I haven't watched Bravo in a while. But anyway, Lisa always had restaurants, right? But the problem is that Nene particularly picked out one that later Lisa went behind her back and bought, and then called it Pump, after her last name or whatever. And so Nene felt slighted in the sense. Now, again, I don't know why they're bringing this back up, but they're talking about it. But she gets into the whole TGIF thing. Don't worry.
You can create another concept. There's restaurants everywhere. I mean, it's a restaurant. Like, just open the restaurant, Nene.
Fill me in. So Nene's basically saying that Lisa Vanderpump stole the idea to have another restaurant, although Lisa has been in the restaurant business. Was this before she ever got into a restaurant? Or is this just her said, first of all, who's out on the left?
That's Nene.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I know you fucking lying. That is not Nene.
Claudia.
Ari Fletcher, Portia Williams, Cynthia Bailey, all mixing. Go back. Who is that?
It's Nene.
That is not Nene.
She looks great.
That's not Nene. Okay, so
great.
Let's get back to it. So
I thought her and Nene were supposed to be cool. Claudia.
She's saying Lisa stole the idea to have a restaurant, period, or a second restaurant.
See, I'm a little, and just to be clear, that was a clip, and I did not watch the entire interview, so it probably goes more into context. But the interesting thing is, they're talking about Pump, which makes sense for Lisa Vanderpump to have. So was it the name?
Nene's saying that she gave her the name Pump, and then Lisa Vanderpump had the audacity to open up her own restaurant with the word pump in it. And then he's like, hold up, that's mine. I have a similar situation because I've been in the talk show space probably since 2005. I've always done ensemble shows. And when I did TGIF, there was this whole controversy if I stole Nene's idea. The idea being a talk show that happened to have gay men on it. Like, that was creating the wheel. Like, there was nothing of that caliber before that. And this is a recurring thing. My thing is this: constantly, you stole my idea. You stole my idea. No, there's very few original ideas left in media, actually in entertainment. And so I think more than one person can have the idea that there's a talk show, there's a restaurant, a two-person talk panel show. I mean, this whole stole my idea. No, people. That's not an original idea. Now, if you had something that's unique, where you're like, wow, how did you come up with that concept? I've never heard of that before. Then you have a claim. But I feel like a lot of people are just, you may have had a conversation with someone and someone goes and acts on and handles their business. They're a better business person than you.
Well,
I will say this, two things, because I want to address the Lisa Vanderpump and Nene situation. Here's my thing with Nene, and I don't hate Nene or anything like that, right? I just think that Nene felt that she was bigger than the brand of Housewives, and because she is the number one housewife. When you think of Housewives, you think of Nene Leakes, right? But I think something that she doesn't realize is that they just looked at her. What's up, Chef Don Don? They just looked at her as the loudmouth black girl, and they liked the loudmouth black girl because she neck rolls, she gives it to them. Like, they like the stereotype of a black woman. That's why they like Nene Leakes. They never liked her for necessarily her business acumen. Like, They never thought of her as a businesswoman. She was nothing more than just an employee. And I still feel today that Bravo still doesn't respect her. And the reason why Bravo doesn't respect her is because it's Nene's fault. Every time they ask Nene if she wants to go back to the housewife, she's all like, maybe, you know, I would do a guest spot. It's showing that you're desperate. What Nene needs to say is that, no, I will never go on that show again. However, if they want me to help with a producer credit, or, you know, they want me to help in production as far as getting back end credits, because that's where the money really is, by the way, you guys, the money is in the back end and all that, then yes. Just like, you know, I always use the example. Remember Mariah Hook from Married to Medicine? Even though they kicked her off the show as a talent, she's still recognized as the creator of the show, and they had to pay her. With Nene, I mean, she had the lawsuit, and more than likely there was some kind of agreement or something, right? But us as Black people not getting those credits and those production credits and stuff like that, and only being staff, that's what sets us up to fall. Because at the end of the day, if you're just the talent or the employee, they can get rid of you at any chance. And so again, this kind of goes back into what I'm saying, backside credit. Yeah, this kind of goes back into what I'm saying. Those girls, those other housewives from the other franchises, like Elisa Vanderpump, they didn't necessarily respect Nene Leakes. They liked her because, oh, she's the funny Black girl. Oh, you know, that's what Lisa Vanderpump was. This is what white people think. You know, she liked that. But as far as like you being a business savvy and being smart and stuff like that, they don't like that. They don't want you. Listen, they don't want you doing better than them. And that's what those housewives showed her. And so Lisa was like, oh, I'm going to buy that property from you, Negro lady. And she bought the property. And that's why Nene got stuck, you know. And thank you, DC Purple Diva. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, that's what it was, you know. And you know, she did, yeah, Quentin, she did get her lounge, but didn't the lounge close down or something like that? But this was specifically one in LA. That's what she wanted to do, because you know that's around the time she was doing her acting and stuff like that. But I digress. Now with the situation with Claudia Jordan, I don't think necessarily the idea, again, I can't say if she stole the idea or not. I can't say her being surrounded by gay men necessarily was like something innovative or new. Could Claudia have been inspired by it? Yeah, definitely. I could see that. I could see her being inspired by it. I'm not gonna lie about that. I could definitely see Claudia being like, well, let me go get me some dudes that I can have on the show, and then, you know, I can definitely see her doing that. Now she's claiming that she never sold the idea, you know, and so I'll go with that. She did not steal the idea. All right, she says a little bit more. She says another shady comment at the end, so I'll let it go.
I think it comes down to a few things. One, don't share ideas if you feel like this is intellectual property that you want to protect. If you're looking for mentorship or if you're looking for advice, then I would strongly suggest that you have some type of a like paperwork that states, I am going to speak to you about this idea for this purpose. Moving forward, if you sign this paper, then that means that, you know, this was my idea that I brought to you in hopes that you would help mentorship. But anytime anyone creates anything, your concept, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a talk show, has to have a value proposition. And if it's your concept, that value proposition is uniquely yours. You are the soul of how you make it work. That's why it's so important when people are big dreamers and they're talking about what they want to do in the world. I'm always like, what's your first step? Because you need to be making that first step. People are constantly coming up with ideas, but never putting them in action, which, by the way, is against divine law. You do get punished for not going forth and actually putting action on the gifts that you were given. So I just want to make that clear, because I think that people get very they get in their feelings, or they get very sensitive about things like this. But this is all, the power is all in you. No one can really steal your idea.
And okay, I see Nikki said she was talking about the location where she first had the restaurant at. Okay,
see,
I don't
clarified
understand
it.
what the claim is. It seems like just fussing about nothing. Because Nene, you opened up a spot in Atlanta, and outside of Atlanta, I'm sorry, where I heard it was very successful and people really liked it. So and nothing can stop you, Nene, from what you want. Me having a talk show will not stop you from having a panel talk show. Lisa Vanderpump having a location, a restaurant, even if you suggested it. Yeah, you may want the credit publicly, and I can understand that. That doesn't take away, that does not stop you from moving forward and you too having something successful. There are a million restaurants. There are hundreds of thousands of talk shows. There's room for more than one. So please try not to take it so personally, like you took my thing and now I can't have it. You were not going to have a restaurant unless Nene wanted that location for herself, which I'm not hearing that.
So Nikki is saying she was talking about the location of where she has the first restaurant at. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, Pump has since closed. So if that is true, karma hit.
Yeah.
And I still, I see people in the chat bringing it up too. Hey, Heather, I see people bringing up the whole, this is an old story. I don't know what made them bring it back up. I don't know if Nene is rehashing it again. I have no clue. But yeah, and Claudia's gonna listen. One thing about Claudia, she's always going to defend herself. I'm pretty sure we'll see her in the chat. If she's not busy, we'll see her in the chat. Cussing us out or saying like, "Oh, you guys got it wrong." And also, Joshua, you are right. Shout out to Michelle A.T. because she mentioned that the reason why Funky he does the hand thing is like, a nod to like, oh yeah, this is where the show Claudia got this concept from Nene. So yeah.
My friend Tina used to work there. It was a really pretty location, and I went to the one in West Hollywood as well. So okay, all right, girl. Well, Nene, I hope you are successful with whatever other restaurants or and I think it's very good advice, Erica. When I have an idea for a show and we have a pitch meeting, it takes nothing to register an idea or a concept. If intellectual property, like writing, like a entertainment business, you run it right on through the Writers Guild of America, WGA. It costs $25 to register an idea before you go have a meeting about it. It's still really hard to prove because, like I said, there's not really a lot of unique new ideas. At this point, a lot of things have been done, but it is a little something that can give you a little help moving forward. Nene, moving forward, protect yourself, and that way you don't feel slighted like this. I didn't steal shit from you, girl, honey. I've been talking about a male version of a talk show of Cocktails of Queens for years before I did TGIF, but that's on period. Okay, moving on.
All right, so yeah, that was the comment right there. So with that being said, I do want to say one thing. Claudia, with the TGIF, she didn't get her name as far as on the credits too. She thought, oh, well, I'm good with the company, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and give them my show. She definitely legally should have had ownership of TGIF, so she even messed up too. So, hey, everybody makes mistakes. But one thing that Claudia does not make a mistake at is keeping a job. Whether you love or hate Claudia, this woman, and the reason why I say she played in Funky's face is because I feel that she played in all of our faces, because remember, he had that whole wedding proposal thing that he did at Essence where he had her in the red room, the red light special room, and he did this whole, oh, we need to work together, this whole marriage proposal shit. Well, after that, we're kind of like, Claudia, I don't know if you should just hop on that and be all like, yes, let's do a show. And then also it's all like, where's Al? I do know Al was eventually contacted about this whole thing, right? However, something else that I wanted to add on is that when they did the show, Accidentally Uninformed, and that's the show that we watched, Accidentally Uninformed, remember Funky had came on and they had that whole awkward interaction because Erica was trying to get down to the bottom of their issues, and Funky was all like, no, we're not going to rehash all that, blah, blah, blah. He straight up cut it off. And then Erica was trying to say like, oh, well, do you still blame Claudia for the reason why you left? he's all like, anything that I said, I standing on that. And then after that, you could tell like Claudia was so heartbroken. And I was like, oh my God, like that was so messed up. Like you Funky could have handled it a lot better, but he chose not to handle it good at all. He handled that situation very shitty. And again, maybe you should have had a conversation before you agreed to come on their show. I definitely would have had a personal conversation, like a one-on-one with somebody, and talk to them before I went on their show and then try to hash some stuff out. Because of course they were going to ask you about TGIF. Like, what do you want to know about? You did this whole marriage proposal thing. Yeah, we're going to ask you about TGIF and if you worked out your issues. Listen, when I do interviews with people, they ask me stuff that I don't want to talk about, but I know it's going to be a topic of conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's get down to it. I don't mind answering this because I know this is what the people want. So anyway, I say that to say, I don't know if Claudia was really that heartbroken, because to me, it was very strategic. Like, I'm going to get this man on the show and I'm going to kind of test him out to see if he has changed. Now, am I saying that Claudia linked up with Erica and was like, hey, we're going to try to set him up, blah, blah, blah? No, I'm not saying that. But I think she kind of wanted to test the waters and see like, okay, has he really changed? Is he really ready to do this show together? So what happened was that Funky ended up showing his ass, and a lot of people looked at that situation and was all like, yeah, he did Claudia wrong with that. And it was just, that moment was so awkward. Like, they try to recover, but it was a bad recovery. But Claudia knew that Funky would bring the views. She knew what she was doing. So she was like, okay, Funky, go ahead, come on the show, show your ass, show who you are. And listen, now you see Erica, Claudia, they had an interview with the Breakfast Club. They're promoting their show, because my original thought was that, oh, she's going to leave Erica behind so she can go back with Funky. But no, that was not her plan. Her plan was like, okay, well, I'm going to use this moment, while we still relevant and everything like that. And then, promote my show accidentally uninformed. So, accidentally informed. I'm going to use that moment to promote the show because, again, now these ladies are going on tour. Did you guys know about that? They talked about it in the beginning. They're going on tour. They're going to be in Denver as their first stop, and then they're going to go to other places. So now she was able to use that moment to elevate and be all like, oh, well, I don't really need you. But here's the thing. Claudia already knew that she wasn't going to do no goddamn show with no Funky. We just didn't know that she wasn't going to do a show with Funky. Because for those of you who don't know, let me take this down. And maybe you guys don't know, but Dish Nation has been canceled. They shot, some already, they pre-record the show, right? So they shot the episodes that they're going to shoot, but Dish Nation, that's done with. That show is over with. It's no more. But what show is still there? It's called Side Dish. This is the spinoff. So let's
Side Dish, because you can't scroll through everything yourself. Your daily dose of trending content, celebrity news, and non-stop laughs. Side Dish, now streaming live.
Did you see what happened to Cardi B today?
We did.
What about that viral video with 50 million views?
Yeah, watched it 3 times.
Ready to catch up on everything the internet is obsessing over?
Welcome to Side Dish. Side Dish, because you can't scroll through everything yourself.
Your daily dose of trending content, celebrity news, and non-stop laughs. Side Dish, now streaming live.
So yeah, she got a new show, y'all, Side Dish. And where's that going to be? Fox Soul. So they found a TGIF replacement right here. Right here. And it's Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, just like the other show was. Now, I don't know if Claudia's moving back to Atlanta. That's where they shoot it. But they fired the brat, everybody else. Everybody else is gone. They kept, what's his name? Head Crack? Or Crackhead? What is his name? And then the white dude. And then they added Claudia in. So Claudia already had a plan to get her a show. while we was all thinking like, oh yeah, TGIF, they're gonna try to make that work or bring that back, Claudia was already on the move to get her a job. Amazing. Amazing. Head crack. Thank you guys. Thank you. Listen, Clay, y'all might think Claudia is a fool. You might think she emotional and all that. But Claudia was all like, all right, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I already got a job lined up with Fox Soul, because don't forget, Funky's whole thing was, oh yeah, we can go to a different number with, not a different number, a different show and a different network. I'm sorry, a different network, and then we'll do like a whole brand new show and bring us three back and da 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 da. Like that was his thought process, not realizing Claudia already had this in the works, because they had already kind of promoted this show. Like after Dish Nation, I know we don't watch Fox Soul no more, but after Dish Nation, Claudia was a guest on the show. Like they had other guests, but Claudia is now going to be the permanent guest. And this is going to replace Dish Nation. This is going to be specifically for YouTube, the Fox Soul channel. So she's already back with Fox Soul. So you played it well, Claudia. You fooled us all. We all thought like, you know, you was thinking about getting back with Funky. You was never going to get back with him. Because granted, with this show, Claudia is the star. Claudia is the star of the show. And more than likely, she put herself back in the mediator, you know, like Whoopi Goldberg, how she mediates on The View. Well, she put herself back in the mediator role. So there you have it. She didn't need Funky. She didn't need Al. Now, it does seem like she's still going to do Accidentally Informed with Erica. Like, it don't seem like she turned on Erica at all, which is good, because Erica doesn't deserve that. But, yeah. What's your thoughts on it? Are you guys excited for... let me ask you guys this. Are you guys going to watch the new show Side Dish? Yes or no? 30 seconds. I can't stand y'all. This is why that lady don't want to interview on my show. She don't want to come on my show because I'm scared to even do a poll, because I believe it was at least like 98% saying hell no. Oh my God. Damn. I think Gina was the only one who said yes. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all, oh my God. Come on now, y'all. Okay, well, I'm going to watch the show, you guys. I'll watch it for all of us, and I'll tell you how it was. If y'all ain't gonna... Y'all ain't shit. I swear. I think Foreign Bay, you said yes too, right? Okay, we got a VBS said yes. Okay. No. Not the Deborah Cox. Have you ever watched the show AT2? I checked out the highlights before. Yeah, I checked out the highlights. You don't have to watch it. Y'all are horrible. Oh my God. Well, listen, this is what Claudia wanted. She wanted to be back on TV or on the YouTubes, and she wanted her show. And here she got it. And she got the red carpet rolled out for her. I ain't mad at it. Do your thing, Claudia. I ain't over here hating. Because let's also talk about this. Claudia also is going to be on the next season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Have you guys heard that rumor? or maybe you guys might have known. Did you put a 1 in the chat if you knew Claudia was going to be on Love and Hip Hop Miami, the new season? She was already filming confessionals and everything like that. Now, while y'all go ahead and vote, let me tell you guys this. So what I heard, and mind you, I probably could have asked her, but I don't want to ask her. What I heard was that her storyline is supposed to be her and Trick Daddy dating. Yes, her storyline is supposed to be her and Trick Daddy dating. Now, my only thing, now, you know, Trick Daddy said he liked getting that booty ate. Did Claudia eat the booty for a bag? That's all. Did Claudia eat the groceries for a bag? Now, did she have to go that far in order to secure the bag in Love and Hip Hop? Did she have to go that far? Or, you know, is this just for TV? Or, you know, I'm trying to know. Because you got to make it believable. Now, I've been told it was just a storyline many times. I've been told this is just a storyline, but her storyline is that her and Trick Daddy are supposed to be dating. I don't. Could y'all date Trick Daddy for a paycheck? Let me know in the chat. Would y'all date Trick Daddy for a paycheck? And yes, you got to eat them groceries too. You can't avoid. How big is the check? Right. How big is it? Listen, ain't no way Claudia doing that. Let's hope not. But her storyline is that she's supposed to be dating Trick Daddy. Because it's kind of like, okay, Love and Hip Hop, like, she was a video vixen, but even as a video vixen, like, what would be her, like, what is she doing currently in hip hop? Like, that didn't make any sense. And then when they said, oh, well, she's supposed to be dating Trick Daddy, I was like, huh? And then I was all like, wait, Trick Daddy? Out of all people? But hey, Claudia, you know, I think Claudia is open to dating people that are not appealing, you know, to the human eye. I'm trying to say that the nicest way without saying just UGLY. I think Claudia is open to dating people that are not so attractive to the human eye. And especially if you got zeros behind the check. I just hope Claudia is making more than $20,000 to date Trick Daddy on TV. I hope that bag is at least in, you know, 6 figures. Especially if she got to kiss him in the mouth. She might not have to eat the groceries, you know, because when the camera cuts off, it is what it is, right? But, you know, does she got to kiss Trick Daddy in the mouth to make it believable? I need 100K. I need 100K. If I was her, I would need 100K. What's wrong with that? Laugh out loud. What's up, Coco Bean Queen? Hello. Trick Daddy got a face only a mother can love. Yeah. Gina said, I'm good. Super K, the visuals on Lord. Now, I'll tell you guys this. So the Trick Daddy part is what I heard. The eating the groceries, I admit, I'm just trying to get y'all a reaction. I'm just trying to get a reaction out of y'all. I haven't heard that, like, she had to eat the groceries, but alleged her storyline is that she's supposed to be dating Trick Daddy. Oh, also too, I might 100K per episode. I might have to start watching Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, I don't don't know why they're gonna have this storyline because it's been like 20 years later because I was a kid when that show came out. But y'all remember Flavor of Love and specifically season 2 with Boots and Shay, aka Bucky. Well, I guess they're not cool and they haven't been friends for years. And so they're bringing back Boots. So they're bringing Boots, and she's supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop Miami so she can fight against Shay, aka Bucky. Now, why do we want to watch this old ass beef? After all these years, we're gonna watch this beef. Like, what are they beefing over? Flavor Flav? It can't be that. After all these years, huh? But let me tell you, I love nostalgia. So I'm down, I'm down to watch. I'm down to watch Claudia kiss Trick Daddy in the mouth, and I'm down to watch Boots and Bucky. I'm down to watch them fight for the nostalgia of it all. Why not, right? Somebody said Impossible. I don't think that old. Y'all are crazy. Don't get me wrong. I love nostalgia, but it just doesn't make any sense for that to be like the story, right? Is that what they're fighting over? Like, I'm confused. Need some of those old school ratchet reality stars to bring back some familiar reality TV. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because other than Big Brother, I haven't really been watching reality TV like that. It don't get me how it used to. Maybe because I know the ins and out and the secrets that make it unappealing. But yeah, I'm not in love with reality TV. Oh, I'm frozen? Oh shoot. Can you guys still see me? Okay. Oh, you're good. Okay, I was good. Okay, I just backed out for a minute. Yeah. Thank you, Nichelle. Okay, I'm not frozen. Where did he go? Don't worry, I'm back now. I'm back. Okay. Oh, y'all saw. Okay, y'all see, y'all be lying to me. Y'all be saying y'all can't hear me. Y'all can't see me. Y'all just be lying. What's up, Princess? TLC need to upgrade their internet. Yes. Traders is good. I wasn't really into Traders too much. I hate to say it. I know a lot of people watch that show, but I wasn't into Traders. Yeah, like it wasn't getting me how it used to give me. Like, I was kind of like, whatever. You can only have so many different storylines and fight over the same shit so many different times. Like, I feel like reality TV got so ratchet that we've seen everything that we need to see. Leakes, you loved it with Phaedra? Yeah, she's back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but wasn't she only there for like 2-3 episodes? Yeah, Traders is on Paramount. And Netflix got a lot of different I like The Circle. They haven't came out with a new season of that yet, but I like The Circle. I love Real World. Yeah. Real World is top notch. What's up, California Cutie? I thought you had that Claudia Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's just not the same. Have y'all been hitting that like button? Don't worry, we're going to get out of here anyway. All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. I just wanted to drop that in y'all lap real quick. Hey, do what you must with that information, but there you go. And shout out to Claudia. Again, no matter what y'all say about her, that lady keeps a job. Love y'all. Be safe. Deuces, everybody.